Hey, I'm Monica Kayne. I'm a dark Bratfa romance author, and I'm here with Measha Stone to talk about her latest series. This is for our spicy Mafia author spotlight, and I'm looking forward to talking with you, Measha.
Hi, thank you for having me. So I'm Measha Stone, and I write dark romance with a lot of Mafia series. The book that I have upcoming will be the last book in my latest Mafia series, Vicious Sinners.
Ooh, I have a vicious in my book name.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a thing.
I think, yeah, well, they are pretty vicious, so it fits
They
really
are.
well. Yeah.
They totally are. Um, so, how long have you been writing in the mafia subgenre?
With Mafia, I think I started in 2020. So this will be the sixth year that I started doing Mafia. And
Okay, cool.
I've been publishing since 2017, 2018, but I started the Mafia about 2020.
So, what drew you to mafia?
They get to be darker and more vicious and more violent and easily forgiven for all of it. So it was just kind of a natural segue.
Oh my God, I love that. Um, So this is you mentioned that this book that you're about to release is your last book in
Mhm.
your latest series. Tell us about it.
So it's book six and it's Devious Obsession. It is the story of the youngest sister of the family, of the Volkel family. She has very much been very, I don't want anything to do with the mafia world, the activities of her brothers and all of that. She's caused some havoc of her own, and instead of dealing with it, she has run away. And now the head of their security, who's had a thing for her for quite some time, while her brothers are like, okay, let her go have her space, he's like, no, no, I'm gonna go get her and bring her home. And so he goes to get her, and then she's caused even more havoc from where she actually went to. So, so he has to help her maneuver through all of that and get her home safely.
Oh, sounds hot.
Yeah, they have their moments.
Okay, what makes a Misha Stone book? Like what do you always deliver on?
um, Banter. I like the characters not to just, especially because it's a dark romance. I like to lighten it a little bit with the banter between the heroine and the hero. Um, and spicy, kinky sex. Like I love discipline scenes, so there's always at least one of those in there. Always, yeah. So,
Um, this is funny as an aside, but it's part of our conversation. When I started publishing or even started writing in 2020, when I was trying to decide like exactly what to do. So it must have been after 2020 if you only started writing Mafia then. But I remember like picking up one of your books or seeing you maybe in like a Kalytics, like best-selling Mafia authors. And it like helped me decide which direction to go in. And I'm really glad I did because
oh wow, that's
Mafia is the
crazy.
best.
Yeah, I do love it. I do love it. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. You've been doing it long enough. Oh, and something very exciting we should mention is that you have a free book coming up. We should mention the dates, but tell people about it.
Yes, next Friday, I think it's April 17th. It goes free for 5 days. So they will, I think I'm going to air this. This will be airing the same day it goes free. So you have 5 days from today to grab your free book. It'll be the first book in the Vicious Sinner series. So that is Devious Secrets. And that is the book about Alexander. He's the oldest of the brothers. Um, and his heroine gets caught trying to steal something from his secret club and
Mm.
finds out very quickly that was a bad idea. So,
Do you have a favorite trope to write?
um, I love the over the top protective hero, or to the like, of course, obsession. I always love obsession too, but I like the over the top heroes where there's no boundary that they won't cross to keep her safe, to even against herself. Like there's no boundaries because in fiction world that can be hot. So that's not so much in the reality world.
It's a red flag in real life.
Yes, yeah.
Um, how much control do you have over your characters, or do your characters ever just decide to go a different way than you planned?
So when I plot, it is just basically like I have a beginning and I generally know where the end is going to go. And that is about the only control I get to have. Like there are things that I want to happen, and sometimes they'll play along, but a lot of times once I get into the story, it's a fight. They win. But as long as they get to the right end, and I don't think they've ever not gotten to the right end. So that's been
Yeah.
it just kind of, yeah. It's actually a little weird. Like there was a murder mystery I wrote, a BDSM murder mystery I wrote long
Mm.
ago. And I wrote it not knowing who the murderer was. So I'm writing the whole thing, and I figured it out finally. Like when I went to like reveal it, I'm like, okay, it's this. Okay, I figured it out. And then, well, now I got to go back and plant all the little seeds. And when I went back to do that, I realized I already had. So like somewhere in my mind, I knew who it was because there was nothing for me to fix. It was just there already. I'm like, oh well, it'd be nice if I would tell myself these things before I sit down to write. It would make it easier.
That's super interesting, and that happens to me too. Because I'm
Mhm.
also like I have like vague ideas as I start to write, but I never know entirely what's going to happen. But now I'm curious, like, what was the start of your career as an author? Like, did you have another career and you transitioned to this, or how did you end up here?
Yes. So before I was an author, I was a medical office practice administrator. So I ran a medical office, an ophthalmology practice. And yeah, I did that for 14 years.
Oh,
Well, I started that one as a medical receptionist. Then I went to school to become an ophthalmic technician. And then
okay.
from there, I was promoted up to the administrator position. So 14 years in the eye field. And then I started writing while I was still there. And then I was finding like, okay, I'm done with this. I want to do what I really want to do. So then I moved on to doing this full time.
Were you like a reader first? Is that how you fell in
Oh yeah,
love
I've been
with
reading
romance?
like yeah. So reading romance, that's my mother's fault. I was like totally bored. Like I grew up on BC Andrews and all, S.E. Hinston, like all of that, And then there was just one day I was like, I'm bored, and there's no such thing as boredom. She's like, read a book. That was always her answer. Like, well, I don't have anything. And so she gave me was it Julie Garwood, The Bride? And she's like, here, read this. And that was it. That was hooked. Romance was it. That was yeah,
That is
yeah.
so funny. I wonder how many of us dark romance writers started with like VC Andrews.
Oh yeah. When I like she never read those. And when I was much older, I would tell her about those books where she's like, you were reading that? I'm like, yeah, you took me to the library to get them. You know, she's well, had I known, I'm like, well, I never would have told you. Yeah,
Yeah, my parents too. They would buy them
yeah,
for me, and I'm like, you had no idea.
yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, looking back at your writing journey, what's something surprising you've learned about yourself as an author?
Um, that I can actually keep going. Every time I think that I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'm out of ideas, I'm tapped, something will spark an idea, and then I have a whole book in mind again or another series I want to do. So yeah, that has surprised me that I can
Yeah.
refresh myself again.
So like, how do you do that? Do you take time off, or what's your
There has been a
key?
few times where I've had to like just not do anything work related, read just for fun, and not even romance. If I'm taking a break, I have to get away from it completely. Uh,
Yeah.
so I have done that a few times, but usually if I get to a point where like, okay, I think I'm tapped, I just start to stay away from it a little bit and read outside the romance genre, watch movies, or just do other things. And usually something will happen, or I'll see something, someone will say something, and it'll trigger, oh, I wonder what if this happened to this character, and then they did this, and this happens. And yeah, so
A writer's
yeah,
brain.
yeah, it can be scary, but sometimes it's helpful.
Um, okay, what part of writing do you enjoy the most? Like the beginning, are you into like the revision process, and where do you struggle the most?
That has so changed over the years. It used to be the first draft. I love writing the first drafts. I was get in there and just play with the characters and write. And now it's editing. And I think it's because now the first draft is more painful for me because I'm trying to do so much while I'm writing, like to get all the plot lines in order, the character arc, the story arc, like and all these things. And when I do the revisions, I can add more layers. And so I think once I get the bare bones down, then I can put the muscle and the fat on. And I think that's where I have more fun right now is doing that.
Yeah, me too, actually. I hate the first draft. It's
Yes,
painful. I
it
hate
is.
like a blank page is just anxiety.
Yeah, it is very like it has become very painful. Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm much happier
Yeah.
during the revisions.
Um, oh, do you have any upcoming like signings, events, just like fun stuff that
Yeah,
you
the
do?
next signing I'm going to be at is actually here in Chicago, so local to me. It's Wild and Windy.
Oh yeah.
Wild and Windy in the city. It's here in Chicago, or technically Rosemont, but right by the airport. So I'll be doing that May 7th and 8th.
Oh, that's fun. That's a big signing.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I did it for the first time last year and I had a lot of fun. So I was like, oh, I hope I can get into
Mm,
next year. And I was able to get off the wait list. So I was really excited because it's right here too. So it's
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
that makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were Chicago based. Lots of mafia romances set in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, that's also like an easy thing. Is like, okay, I try to keep them around Chicago because like I know the area. So I know like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have to like do Google Maps for an hour to figure out where a restaurant might be or a pub would be or a warehouse might be put. So it's yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have some like rapid fire, not really rapid fire, but okay, what's the most unhinged or unexpected thing a character has ever done that you didn't plan?
Okay, it wasn't a mafia one. It was my serial killer romance. And so it's very graphic. So cover your ears if you don't want to be graphic. But she cut the penis off of one person and shoved it into the mouth of another. And then like duct taped it, like so they would choke on it. Like it was,
Oh wow.
yeah, I did not realize it was going to go there. And then it went there. And I was like, well, okay.
Did you get any reader feedback about that?
No, I thought for sure someone would be like, oh my God, but that probably wasn't even, that might not have been the craziest thing. That one was just really unplanned. But that whole book is pretty unhinged. So,
Do you think dark romance, like how far can you go in dark romance? I think you can push it quite a bit these days.
yes, I think I've gone as far as I'd be willing to go. Like I have a couple books where there's like non-consensual things in there, and I
Yeah.
don't think I would go past that. And that was a while ago. I don't think I could even do that again. I think that like I touched that boundary and I was like, okay, back, back. But yeah, you can go really far with dark romance.
Would you do you feel committed to always writing dark romance, or are you open to writing in other genres?
Um, I'm open to other genres, but it just seems every time I try, it always go, even when it's like when the banter is really funny or even there's some comedy inside of it, the character is always he's always morally gray, if not even darker. So like I don't think that aspect will ever go away. And I
Yeah.
love when they don't love each other at the beginning. Like I don't like it when they get along too well at first. I want them to fight it. So I'm not sure I could ever
Yeah.
really get away from it.
They need to hate each other at some point.
Yes. It's almost boring once they start to like each other, almost. But with dark romance, you can always spice things up again after that.
You can always force marriage or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can always make them do something.
Is there a book or author that inspired you? You did talk about Julie Garwood's The Bride, but maybe another one?
Yes. Um, for dark romance, I think Tilly Cole's Sick Fox really opened my eyes to what dark romance could be for me. I'm like, oh, you could do those things. And so I would say she definitely, or that, yeah, that definitely opened my eyes to that. Um, but I was really into historical romances when I first started reading romances, just because
Mm.
that's what my mother had. So like I read through her whole library first. But again, even those, I liked it best when the heroine was kidnapped, from like the Duke or whatever. Like he like those are my favorite ones. So,
My favorite is a good like they have like a long like a horseback riding. They're going from one castle to the other, or whatever it is.
mm,
There's a long like trip on horseback, and they have to sleep outside. And she hates him, and but he
hmm.
needs she needs his kilt to
Oh
cover
yeah,
her.
stay warm and oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we should
yep.
like somehow. Adriana writes or wrote a Scottish Mafia, but somehow we need to figure out how to bring it into present day.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I used to want to write a ghost story that took place in Scotland in the Highlands, and I should dig out that story. Like I just have a jotted down note somewhere about that. It was like I think it was a ghost story with a time travel. It was off the wall, so it never got done. But I remember wanting to write something in the Scotland Highlands.
Sounds fun. I'd be up for it. It's a good location. It's moody.
Yeah, yeah. It's really pretty there. I got to go there a couple years ago with my husband for our anniversary, and it was like, yeah, it was perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so for readers discovering you for the first time, is there what's the best place to start? Like where would you tell them what book of yours should they start with?
If they're going to start in the mafia world with me, I would say to start with Taken by him, only because that's a Polish mafia here in Chicago. And I say to start there is because that series kicks off an entire world that's like 11 books. There's three
Hmm.
series within that world. So there's other places to enter. But so I always say to start there because you're at the tip of the iceberg of all these families.
Okay. And I just have a question. I'm curious because I see a really pretty book behind you.
No,
Uh,
oh
Do you,
yeah, that's
do you do? Is that a special edition?
no,
Uh,
this is Devious Revenge. This is book
mm.
5 of the Vicious Sinners book. I did the paperbacks in this series in discrete covers and the
Ah,
ebooks with the sexy guy on the cover.
how did that work out for you? Like,
It worked out pretty well. Yeah,
yeah.
I think I got more paperback sales because
Hmm.
of the pretty cover and ebook.
Hmm.
We still like to have that sexy guy in the cover. So
I think so.
yeah.
Um, what about like your signings? Do you do special editions, or what will you have at Wild and Windy?
Wild and Windy, I will have the Vicious Sinner series. I'll have my serial killer Dolly, and that one does have a special edition. It has gold foil cover, and I'll have another serial killer book marked, and that one will have a hardcover foiled, and it's got painting on the sides, the pages.
Oh, that sounds really pretty.
It is. I love that one. I love the way it looks.
Um, okay, so do you want to just tell people where they can like connect with you if they want to stay updated or
Yeah,
keep in
so I'm going
touch?
to have in the description, I will have my newsletter sign up if they want to sign up to keep up with all the new releases and things I have planned in the future. Facebook, Instagram are the two best social media places to find me. TikTok, I'm more of a lurker, but I'm there, but I'm more of a lurker.
Okay, cool. Well, it was so nice to talk with you.
It's nice talking with you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.